What's up, guys? So I'm going to show you something I've been kind of messing around with. It's basically a way to free up your hips. It can be useful for jiu-jitsu or even weightlifting. Today I'm using it for a weightlifting aspect. So I'm going to do some squats. I tend to have some tightness in my hips and just I feel like kind of pinchy when I'm getting down into my squat. I feel kind of pinchy in the front of the hips. So sometimes my hips just feel tight, need to be loosened up. So I like to use a mobilization band in many cases to help that joint loosen up, as well as stretch and mobilize the joint and mobilize my tissue, get everything warmed up. So I'm actually gonna show you guys how to use a monster band in something a little different. I'm playing around with this technique. It's something I just kind of discovered. It may be out there, somebody's maybe already done it before, I haven't seen it, but this is kind of what I'm gonna do, and I'll show you guys a super easy way to loosen up the hips, and my squat has felt way better. I can get all the way down in a deep squat, full squat without pain. So guys, all we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these monster bands here, we're gonna wrap it around a rig or a pole. Now this is gonna go into our hip joint. So right now as I'm squatting, I get kind of tight, pinchy in the hips down here, okay? So I'm gonna work on actually freeing up my hips. So what I'll do is, I'll step into one, and then step into the other. Now I'm gonna move the band all the way up into my hip capsule, okay? Right into my joint, kind of my groin area. Step out a little bit. Then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get into like a bear position, or like hands and feet. And all I'm gonna do is just gonna work on just moving forward and back a little bit. And as I'm moving back, I'm feeling a nice little mobilization in my hip joint here, okay? I'll show you guys from a different angle in a second. Then what I'm gonna do, once I do this a little, then I'm just gonna work on sitting my butt back. Almost like I'm going to a squat. And then press out of it. Again, adjust your feet as needed, adjust the tension as needed. Again, I'm gonna go down to the squat. My toes are on the mat or on the ground, but my heels are not, and that's okay in this situation, okay? Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm just gonna go forward and back. I'm just kind of sitting back. Then I'll work a little bit on just straightening my knees and bending. And you can always get your heels down and work in this capacity as well. I'm kind of on my toes. I'm working my toes, getting my toes kind of activated, my feet activated, shifting side to side, forward and back, working on sitting my butt back. Then you can lower your heels down, work on this way and this way, pushing off, side to side, and coming back up. Walking out, walking back, sit my butt back and down. Don't even widen my feet a little bit. Work on pressing one way and the other just to get the inner part of my hips firing a little bit, okay? Again, from here, in, one way and then the other. Let's go and recheck the squat. See how it feels, see if I'm getting any of the pinch. So we'll get in this position here. Let's get into our squat. Feels awesome, actually. I can get all the way down into, actually I can sit here, no problem. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment down below. Something I'm playing around with. There's not really a set technique. I just get in and work for maybe a minute or two, and then see what my squat feels like after that. So we're getting a dynamic movement, so we're getting some movement. We're getting a joint capsular stretch, or actually getting the joint itself addressed. And then we're also working on just pushing off, activating those muscles a little bit, walking away from the band and back to it to create some of that tension. So see how it feels, guys? And that's it.